Hey guys, it's Bub here, and in this video we're taking a look at Windows XP Metro build 7961 pre-milestone 3. This mod is made by Orion. I say that wrong every time we take a look at one of their ISOs, but I'm very eager to take a look at this. In the past, we've taken a look at a mod known as Windows XP Aero, and this Windows XP mod is meant to be a sequel to Windows XP Aero 2 and Windows XP Aero that is influenced by Windows 8, hence the inclusion of Metro in the name. So I'm very eager to take a look at this and see how we're actually able to bring Windows 8 into Windows XP. So let's go ahead and boot into the Windows setup. Again, this is a pre-milestone build. This release was uploaded to archive.org at the end of 2025, at least a later few months of 2025. So it's relatively new. Again, pre-milestone development build, so some things won't be complete, but I'm eager to take a look at it. The only thing so far that looked different was that Microsoft Confidential startup screen, which I actually did like. It did look very modern for being Windows XP, but here we are. It's now copying files. Your computer will restart several times. This may take a while. So let's let this run, and we'll be back once we are in the setup experience. Alright, and here we are in the setup screen. First thing to note is that this setup, at least this background here, looks a lot like Windows XP Aero because it was based on Windows XP Aero. We had a little bit of interactivity there where I was going to actually select, agree to the EULA. I assume it's going to ask me for a product key. I hope it doesn't because I don't want to have to go dig for one on GitHub, but I probably will. Oh, it even says right here Windows Whistler. So obviously, again, with this being a pre-development build, there's a lot of inconsistencies, again, with it looking like Windows XP Aero, Windows Whistler. I mean, I'm sure we'll see more of those, but again, remember, this is still a development build. All right, let's go ahead and run through the region. We'll give ourselves a name, so we're going to be Windows, and here it is, the dreaded product key. All right, so let's go ahead and continue through setup after I just went ahead and entered that product key. It looked like that only just wanted our computer name, and here we go, networking settings. I do like that this does look like at least Windows 7, this setup, which makes it more modern, hence what this OS does. Alright, and here we are in the setup. I really do like this background. It's like that transitionary period from Windows 7 to Windows 8, those developer previews where you had like the beta fish and things like that, that C theme in the developer preview phase. It also says Microsoft Confidential, which obviously aligns with what we saw before. It's also playing this really nice soundtrack that I did have to mute so that I don't get copyright strike, but let's say we're not going to connect to the internet and we're actually going to skip that. We don't want to register with Microsoft. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a username of Windows. Is it going to ask us to do a password? No, it didn't ask us to do a password or anything. And here we go. We are now logging into Windows XP Metro. Here on this login screen, or this login screen, I really do like the time being here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the borders being white. They don't really blend in with the beta fish background, but I digress. Let's go ahead and let this log in, and we'll be back once we're in. I don't know why it's taking so long. Alright, and here we are on the desktop of Windows XP Metro. I really do like this wallpaper. It's taking that let's not rush our hard work from the Windows 8 development phase and putting it right back into this Windows XP Metro build. Before we jump into that though, let's go ahead and take a look at the README file. Windows XP Metro is a sequel to the XP Aero series. It's a blend between Windows 8 and XP. Credits of the authors. Be aware that this is made from XP Aero 2 build branch. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. Credits, so thank you to everybody for making this possible. But let's go ahead and close out of that. Down here in the bottom of the screen, we have Windows pre-release operating system for testing purposes only, build 7961. Then we have our date and time. We have our Windows Defender, followed Windows Defender last updated in 2009, 1000, January 25th. Oh, that's 2006, not 2009. Then we have keep your computer up to date. I don't think Windows XP is going to be updated anymore. Safely remove hardware is there, followed by our sound adjustment, which does have the Windows 7 sort of sound there. Then VMware tools, which I installed. We then have our help ready to go in the taskbar. I do like this color of the taskbar though. I know I said on the lock screen I didn't like the white color, but I actually do like the white as a taskbar. Moving over to the left side, we have our blue arrow start menu. Again, probably coming from XP Aero 2, but again, still a work in progress. Here we have our start menu, which this looks a lot more like Windows XP and Windows 8 merging, because we have that nice flat design, doesn't have any of that arrow stuff. It's blue, which is a lot of the things in Windows 8 by default. This looks a lot like Windows 8, and actually, maybe if Microsoft released this as the Windows 8 start menu, it would have went over a lot better than the start screen. But let's see, we have our default profile picture here, documents, recent items, pictures, music, this PC, control panel, defaults, connect to, printers, faxes, help, search, and run. Going into all apps, I won't go through everything here because I don't want to bore you, but we have the regular things plus some additions. Again, remember, this is Windows XP at its core. We do have some Windows Vista and 7 apps like Windows Media Center, and also some sort of store connecting to some apps.reactos.org. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, this one is definitely interesting. I'm not sure about that one. Going through this list, we then have Windows Ease of Access, so Ease of Access options, magnifier, narrator, on-screen keyboard. Then we have our command prompt, typical things that we would expect. We then have Internet Explorer, which this is IE 8 that seems to be running here. I just want to go into the About to confirm that. Yep, here it is. IE 8 version 8.1, copyright 2013. Oh, that doesn't seem right. I thought that would be IE 11. I don't know, I'm a little confused on that, but I digress. Skype is included on here. I haven't seen this screen in forever. It's been a long time since I've used Skype. Skype 2013, so what would have came with Windows 8. And then Defender, Media Player, XPS Viewer. One thing I noticed we're missing, though, is we don't have any games. Man, we don't have any games on this build of Windows, unless I missed them somewhere, but, Let's go ahead into this PC, which is our computer, and we can see we have Windows 7 style icons. Taking a look at local disk C, which does have the Windows 8 logo, we can see we're using 3.86 gigabytes. Man, I wish modern builds of Windows would use that much disk space. It's incredible. We have a 39.9 gig disk, which means we have 36.1 gigs free. Let's go ahead and take a look at this PC properties to show that this is Windows XP Pro with Media Center. Let me scroll through here. I mean, I actually do like this a lot. This really is what Windows 8 technically should have been. You can kind of combine this with Windows 7, and Windows 8 may not have been such a flop if this is what it looked like. Lastly, let's go ahead into the task manager. We can see there's one application running. It's the Vista Drive icon. I don't know where it's running or why it's running, but let's move into, and then here is our CPU utilization and then physical memory. Take a look in this box because this is just page file usage. So with that being said, this is a brief overview of Windows XP Metro. Definitely let me know what you think about this OS down in the comments below. I really like it. This really is kind of how Microsoft should have done Windows 8, because this would have gone over way better than how it did. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. If you have any other custom ISOs you want me to take a look at, please let me know down in the comments below, because I love doing the viewer recommended videos. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.